Welcome back. So, as a goal, we're going to get some more planks and deliver them to the other bridge site. I can refuel the Taiga from that as well, and then drag that Taiga back to the fucking trailer sell point and just sell it off. And then buy a new one for the same amount of money that gives me a full fuel tank. One of the amusing features of the game is it's very easy to abuse the trailers. You don't make money off it, but it's free fuel. And it's a free way to refill the tanks or service trailers, so it's just sell it and buy a new one. Because you get the same amount of money for selling it as you do for as it costs to buy it. Even if you've already fucking used all the fuel in it. Hey! Good news, this is actually much easier to get through now. Stuff like that is fine by me. I need all-wheel drive to get through, and if I didn't have this powerful engine, it would take me low gears as well. Stuff like that is perfectly fine. I am okay with this. Having to use stuff at my disposal to get through. However, the powerful engine isn't something you'd get at this level for doing this. What character level you'd be at this point, if you just went straight through the story missions, you would not have access to anything, and most of it is locked behind exploration. So it's a cheap way to get the player to spend more time in the game. Lock all the stuff they need behind the exploration instead of where they need to be. This is like the old Zelda formula where it went right, and not the new Zelda formula, which is complete pish. But the way the Zelda games used to be is, if you needed something to defeat a boss, that item would be in the dungeon the boss was in. You just had to find it in the dungeon, and it would be part of the progression. Like, you couldn't actually get to the boss room without the item, and you were taught how to use it to defeat the boss along the way. Whether you realise this or not is a different thing, but yeah, and that was the premise behind the Zelda dungeons, is you got item in dungeon, you're taught how to use the item in the dungeon leading up to the boss, and then you got to the boss and you had to work out how you're supposed to use what exactly the mechanic was to use this item to defeat the boss. Point in case being the Zora dungeon for the Waterstone, or what the fuck was it called? Neru's Peril, whatever. That you need to access the Temple of Light in Ocarina of Time. Yeah, so you're in Great Jabu, or Jabal, or whatever the fuck it's called. I think it's Jabu. The great Jabu, you're inside of him, and you find the boomerang. The boomerang is used to defeat the boss. But throughout the dungeon, on the way there, you're shown instances of what the boomerang can do. Cutting through tendrils and things like that. And when you get to the boss, he's hanging by tendrils from the ceiling. And you put two and two together. I have a boomerang I just got that can cut through tendrils. The boss is hanging by tendrils from the ceiling and I can't get to him. Maybe, just use big brain time here, maybe his boomerang that can cut through tendrils will cut the tendrils holding him to the ceiling and I can get to him when he falls to the ground. Yeah. That was big brain time, you know, to work that out. But in this game, the progression is completely bullshit. All the items you need to upgrade your truck are scattered throughout the fucking world. You have to explore to get the items you need to progress, which means they get more time out of you in their game. It means their game spends more time in the Steam charts, which means they get noticed more, which means they get more people to buy the game, which means they get more money out of you by simply using you to expose themselves on the Steam charts. Now granted, anybody who watches Steam charts to buy a game probably has a screw loose, but they're still spending money on the game, which is what the only thing the developer cares about. Why am I going this way, by the way? Oh, I need to go this way to get down here anyway, don't I? Yeah, Hunter Bob's Bridge. And I'll bring the Tega back this way and refill it off that trailer and drag that trailer down, like I said, so I can sell it at the trailer store. Possibly, but I don't think we're going to get that far in, because, yeah, episode 60 already, and we're 7 minutes into it. I'll see if I can get the bridge done, and then see if I can deliver that trailer, semi-trailer, with the parts we need for that mission, to the warehouse. And I know it's a semi-trailer, and I know this is not a semi-fucking truck. Yeah, I have a winch, I will get it. Although that will have fifth wheel, and that's going to fuck me up. Oh, hang on, I wanted to go this way this time, didn't I? Nope. But maybe we can drag it, maybe we can't. We'll see when we get there. Yeah, this is one of the annoying aspects of the game. This is the thing that's pissing me off the most about the game. That you're not allowed to go where you want to go. And I get you can't just drive across the water anytime you want, you know. I get that bit. I'm not fucking stupid, alright? What I mean is, I see a bit of deep mud on the road, I go, okay, I'll drive around it. I'll just play the game smartly and drive around the deep mud I see. No. You try to drive around it and the deep mud just expands out. And then you're fucked. The game developers do not want you to be smart and go around. They do not want you to be smart and avoid. They want you to go through it so they can show off this stupid fucking mechanic. Bullshit. Oh my god, a twig on the road broke my engine. I try to avoid using all-wheel drive and differential locking. I assume I can't deliver here. Yeah, it's just to pick up the task. Yep, and I'll just go down here and yeah, this is just a huge pile of bullshit is what the game is. Right, and then I need to deliver to this one to get the bridge on this side. And the only source of planks is up there. Times left. I might be able to get grab the trailer up there with the Tega and just drive all the way down here with the planks and deliver them to this side. Where's my trailer? I'm pretty sure I left my... Oh. This is not the fucking log station. I know it's not 100% the same, but I've driven through snow in real life, and it's the same principle. You got to use fucking, I mean deep snow, not fucking, like a fucking inch of snow on the ground. No, I'm talking about snow that covers your tyres. And it's the same principle as driving through fucking deep mud. And yeah, and it does not feel the same in the game as it does in real life, but hey ho. Maybe it's caused the way I drive or something, but it makes it easier for me than it does to other people. Maybe other people are just fucking stupid, which, let's be honest here. I'm not saying I'm smart, I'm saying other people are fucking stupid. There's a big difference. I'm not claiming to be a big brain, I am claiming that other people are pea brains. It's not like I can't play the game. I know how to play the game. I'll get there eventually. That's not the issue. The issue is it's stupid. It's set up in a very bad way. I said it's 100% for the hardcore gamer. It's nothing here for the casual gamer. I should not have to do off-camera work to be able to play this game. I shouldn't have to spend hours fucking making deliveries over and over again, just to get the same fucking delivery over and over again, just to get enough fucking money to buy even the smallest part for a truck. Now this should be able to drag that trailer, no bother. It's got permanent diff lock and all-wheel drive. It should have no issue. You can make it. Now, I do have the Western Star X49 or something like that, the DLC one from the free DLC that gives you the cat and the Western Star. That thing is pretty fucking beefy. It can haul ass, and it was a free DLC as a fucking like celebrating the anniversary of the release sort of thing. But you shouldn't have to rely on that. We'll have a look at this fucking car we have to pull out of the mud while we're down here. This constant gear changing as well though is pissing me off. Again, I want that to be under my control. Not low gears at high gears. I want to say gear 1, gear 2, gear 3 and gear 4. Oh, it's one of those vehicles, the Jeep I already have. Ah, fuck it then, I can stay in the water. And it's in reeds, that's the biggest issue here. The reeds are the big killer of fucking engine power. If I had an extended winch, I'm able to just grab it from here and just pull it out. Nah, I'm kind of enjoying this Tega, but I don't like the permanent diff lock and permanent all-wheel drive. I'd like it to be switchable. Unfortunately, it's not. But other than that, yeah, I'll get a flip here. Oh, 20 litre a minute. This thing would just die without that fuel tank in the back of it. Yeah. But I kind of like to take it. It's doing its job and it's not going to fuck for anything else. Which is more safe for half the trucks involved. Oh, I'm pretty sure if you upgraded some of those trucks that would involve money, the big fucking wall of the game. How much money do you have? That's a big problem in this game. How much money do you owe? I can deal with that. Although if this had been a normal truck, that would have been a nightmare. And again, at the level I would have been, I don't think I would have had the low gears, but maybe I would have made it up in low gear. I don't know. If it could have done, then fair play. But again, the amount of engine power, because this Tega has more engine power than the Fleetstar does with its current engine. Like the current engine that the Tega has, and the current engine the Fleetstar has, this thing actually has more power. The power to weight is less, but it weighs more. So yeah, if its power to weight was up, it would have far more power, and yeah. So this, and the fact it has, the reason it has all that power is the diff lock permanently. You know, like if this diff lock wasn't on permanently, it would probably lose out to the Fleetstar. I suppose the only way you can test it is put them both into low gear and have the diff lock on the Fleetstar, and then test the pulling power and see how much weight they can drag across the tarmac surface and all that, across the off-road surface and across a muddy surface. How much weight can each of them pull, and that would be a true test of what one's more powerful. We have built 2 bridges, and now we can cross. Right. We're not going to be able to do that, but I just want to see. Right, the countryside trailer is actually there. Right, that's not that far away. From there. And it's not a semi, it's actually just a trailer. So yeah, we could drag that down here and deliver it there, and then drag these concrete blocks and metal beams over there. And that would have been no bother to do. So in that regard, it's actually doing better. And then we can get on with instruments of development, which we're getting drilling equipment from this warehouse up to these 3 abandoned sites. And I'd need a bridge here as well though, so hey ho. Come out through here, drop some planks off, and we would have access to that. Yeah, so that would then become deliverable, and then harbour delivery. Get drilling equipment from there and deliver it to the port in Drummond Island, which again, this is probably the easiest access here. Drive down, then that is where the problem comes in. I'd have to build a bridge there, drive through here, up here, along there, over that bridge and into the port. So it requires a lot of work to be done, and then finally we could do this. The drilling operation will be underway at that point. I get a lot of money for that though. Delivered to the drilling site, Smithville Dam, this semi-trailer. Which would be here, then metal beams and an oil rig drill. And where's the oil rig drill is what that should be, but yeah, and this in its entirety is bullshit. And this looks like it goes somewhere. Like boing, boing, boing over there, boing, boing onto this island. I'll bet you it has something to do with that. Getting from there to there, and you have to drive like down here and bounce across there and get into there to get the record times. Anyway, yeah. Rank 8. I doubt you'd be at rank 8 by the time you got there. Anyway, that should stop the engine. And that'll be the last episode of this then. I am not doing any more on this. This is I just disagree with the game. The game is not what I expect of a game. The balancing is just set up for hardcore players and only hardcore players. So I am not a hardcore player, so I'll find another game to put in this slot for next week. I got two things now I can think of. The Planet Crafter game I want to have a look at, and there's an article. And then I also have a couple other games I want to try out, which is like High Rise Mogul and things like that. So I've got a few games, I don't know which one it'll be now.